Hi everybody, how are you doing today? My name is Sherry. I'm an adult with ADHD, probably ADHD, and I haven't been here in a few weeks. A week or two. I just wanted to make a quick video to let you guys know that I'm okay. I have been struggling with recovering from chronic fatigue, which I was recently diagnosed with, and healing from my latest burnout. I had to take 3 or 4 months off of work. I'm still not 100% better, and I've had to write my letter of resignation. So there's a reason why I haven't been here the last week or two. This has kind of been a really pivotal time for me this year. We have Today is the last day for me to finish CEU credits to keep my phlebotomy license current. Will I work as a phlebotomist someday? I don't know. I was good at it. I enjoyed it. I might go back to it. And taking these courses has been renewing interest in me. And as I'm starting to think of potential solutions for what kind of employment would be good for somebody like me with my particular challenges, with my particular, I guess, flavor of neurodivergence, the things that are challenging for me, because we're each so different, so that I never get burned out again. What that looks like, I have no idea. And you guys and I can go on a journey together and we can figure it out together, because that's kind of exciting. But so it's kind of crazy that I was kind of dreading this, because it's really poor timing to have to study CEU credits when I'm trying to heal from CFS and haven't been able to exercise. I have been off of my ADHD medication for a few months. The things that I used to do to help myself to study previously in the past when I was struggling, if I didn't have medication, are things that I can't do. I can't exercise. Every now and then I'll get up and walk around a little bit, but I'm almost starting to feel better, but it's taken me so long and so much work to get to where I am now that I don't want to go backwards. And how do you study when your brain doesn't want to work? As it is, I have ADHD and it doesn't want to work. I'm on my deck. If there's a lot of noise, I apologize. And then on top of it, I'm having this pervasive exhaustion where I might be in bed part of the day. I'm trying to learn about how to heal from it, what things I need to do to get myself back to functional again, so that I don't completely decondition my body if you're resting for too long. And that's something I learned in nursing school, and a lot of you will know this, that if you rest for too many months, you will atrophy, your muscles will atrophy, and it's really not good for you. So between menopause, my ADHD / potential autism burnout, my health problems, and now, I would have been studying for these classes the last 2 months, just doing them gradually, and it got down to now I'm in the last week, and then today's the last day. I don't know how I've done it, but I've done 4 of my 5 courses, and I'm on my last one today. It's kind of hard to explain. They're set up kind of like textbook chapters, but the material is very interesting, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about what I've been learning. The module I'm working on today is about AI and healthcare, and from my experience from different things that I've done, both my externship when I was studying phlebotomy, and then my clinical rotations when I was in nursing school, and all the stuff the teachers of both of those degrees have taught us. all the errors that happen in the healthcare field, all the things you have to be careful of. Oh my gosh. I just started reading this and I'm like, oh, what a nightmare this must be for them all. They all must be so mad. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to tell you guys about this, because like last time I really went down a rabbit hole learning about the opioid crisis, and I would like to get back to that because that was a really interesting thing, learning about the history of that in human history, not even just in current modern day. But this AI, I know a lot of times that we're kind of scared of it. You know, what do you think of when you think of AI? I used to think of like the Terminator. I'm like, great. All we need is one of them to think for themselves and have the wrong ideas. But this is different, and this can be amazing. It has the potential to change lives. I will tell you that using Gemini, since I've started using Gemini since I've been sick, since I really needed the support and I don't have support, I would probably be categorized as high functioning because I'm very high masking. That's why I got missed for so long. As far as the journey for getting more information from the experts as to whether or not I can get screened for autism and what does that look like and all of that, I called and rescheduled the appointment for my initial visit, my consultation for neuropsychological testing, and I will take you guys with me, not to the physical appointment, of course, but I will share my journey with you. If you're curious what that is, I'm curious what that is. But in the meantime, I at least wanted to pop on and tell you about all of these changes I'm going through. On the plus side, my health is starting to get a little better. That's good. I had to put doctor's appointments and things I'm supposed to be doing right now on hold to study. And this month I've got my one class left I have to do, and I have until midnight tonight to do it. And I've read through the first chapter, and there's like 4 chapters. Oh my gosh. And I don't know how to, because I do the studying on my phone. I don't know how to record myself studying because I'm reading the material on my phone. So I'll take my phone somewhere, like here. I came outside today. So nice out. It's so nice out, guys. If you can get out. The picture in here looks very dark. I'm probably going to have to edit this and brighten this up so you can see me because I'm in the shade. But it is stunningly beautiful out. Here, let me see if I can flip this around. Look at this. Oh my god, you guys should have seen the pollen. Oh my god, there was so much pollen. It was so gross. It was so gross in the water. It was so gross. Where we are, without giving information away or anything like that, I don't know if it's anybody who's on the edge of a body of water. Bodies of water, they're windy because there's no trees to stop them. The wind just picks up. And all the pollen will just kind of wash ashore. It all kind of congregates there. Oh my god, it's so bad. Luckily, I don't have allergies, but I've been congested. I've been coming down with some kind of cold. I'm like, oh no. I finally like stabilized. My baseline has gone up to a point where I'm stable. I'm not like in danger. I don't have those vasovagal things happening where suddenly I feel like the room's spinning for whatever reason because my electrolytes are off and I'm gonna pass out. I mean, that's scary shit. Sorry for swearing. That's scary and it doesn't make sense to me what my primary care was thinking and then what this other person was thinking are two different things. I still have to go and do a chest x-ray and figure out, do all the nightmare stuff for an ADHD brain. Nobody likes to do the administrative tasks of filling out paperwork and getting contact information from one doctor to another one so that they can. I just don't understand why I can't just sign a paper and have them contact each other. I don't understand why I have to fill out paperwork and get all the contact information from one, fill out forms, and then drive down and hand it in. And it's just like, I'm sick and I'm in bed a lot. I don't even remember. I have a new primary care. I couldn't, half the time I couldn't even remember her name, let alone get contact information. She did a referral to this guy. I don't understand why she wouldn't just send that to him. So he needs to see my blood work, and each time I go, they don't have it. Anyway, so there's a lot this month. My cat, my now 1-year-old kitten, who's now a cat. She's quite precocious. She's due for her shots next week. I'm like, wow. So 2 weeks ago, I had to give my letter of resignation. That was depressing, and I haven't even really been able to process that. I haven't been able to go down and say bye. I haven't been able to talk to my boss. I've just been kind of stuck in the house. Starting to feel like I'm coming down with a cold. As it is, part of the thing that's been getting me better is like every 3 hours I'm tracking my macros, and I know that you shouldn't have to make it complicated, but again, I've been using AI as kind of like my AI assistant to do that, because I wasn't paying attention to eating right before. If there was Lucky Charms, I was eating the Lucky Charms, and I thought, you just eat. You're hungry? Just eat. I didn't think I needed to make sure I knew about protein. I didn't know how much fat you needed in a meal. So yeah, now I've been consistently making sure for the last however many months, every 3 hours, that I'm getting a certain amount of protein, carbs, and fat. And I'm trying to figure out how to simplify it, because it's stressful and time consuming, and it's like become its own job. And it's like, I don't want to do math problems when I eat. I just want to eat. I already don't feel good. So there's that. I'm going to try to simplify that. So I've got all these doctor's appointments that are on hold. My phlebotomy license is going to expire tonight, so I have to do that. I've been out of work since February, so I have no way to pay the $160 to renew my license. But I worked damn hard for that. Sorry for shaking my phone. I worked very, very hard. Any of you have ADHD and struggled in school? The few things that I worked really hard for that I did really well and I excelled, I think it's really important to hold on to those things. To remember that we are exceptional. We're each different, but we focus so much on all the things we can't do to fit into neurotypical expectations in the workplace and socially and this and that. And I've just got to this point in my life later on that I'm just withdrawing, and I'm like, this is too much work. But yeah, so it's a lot. And a couple days ago was the 10-year anniversary of my dad passing, and I haven't been able to think about that or honor him in any way because I'm thinking about courses and I don't even want to do them, and they don't have anything to do with my major. You just have to do these arbitrary classes to show that you're continuing your education. It's weird. I can do some on phlebotomy if I want to. But anyway, I'm here. I'm still okay. I haven't gotten worse. I just have a lot going on at one time. So by tomorrow, I might be sleeping. Oh my God. And then to get a phone call that she's due for her rabies shot by next week, I have to call them. Bring my cat to the vet. Because if you do it on time after the first one, if you get the second one the following year, exactly within that time period, you can go 3 years. That, if you get those 2 shots, one after another, within the 1 year, that shot will last another 3 years. So financially it would make sense. So now what do I do about money? I don't know, but I'm having to, in order to not get overwhelmed sensory wise and emotionally, I'm literally like shutting down to everything else except for what is going on at that moment, because I have no control over anything else. So right now it's classes. After I turn this off, I'm going right back to learning about generative AI in the healthcare place. What does that mean? What are the safety concerns? How does that affect HIPAA? I mean, I'm curious. Are you curious? I'm curious. I didn't even know they were using AI in healthcare. Of course they were. And it's so different now than when I was in school. So I'm super curious to learn about that and the actual fallout of how that's affecting the other allied health professionals underneath, because it's designed to help doctors. But there's downsides to all of this and additional health concerns, safety concerns, and safety care, safe and quality care for patients is number one and always is paramount. So it helps us in some ways, and it adds additional layers of problems. And I'm thinking, nurses and lab techs must not be too happy if they have to pick up the slack of doctor's visits that are written by AI. If the doctors don't go through and edit them and make sure that the AI wrote everything exactly, I'm like, oh no. So that's interesting. Yeah, it's a lot. I haven't processed that I got an email back from, I didn't hear from HR back right away after I had called them and said, I've never written a letter of resignation before in my life. Never. I've always done like 2-week notice where you tell your manager and then that's it. So that was completely new and intimidating to me. I'm like, I have to draft a letter. I'm sick. Technically I could have held on to the job. I mean, if this has been going on for 2+ years, is it really going to change anything? I mean, I think the environment with the additional sounds and the additional tasks of juggling self-checkout and ringing is just probably what added to the burnout. So I think it would just be, I would have to get medical documentation and do these executive functioning tasks of having to deal with the bureaucracy. I don't even know how to get the medical records from my new primary care to my immunologist, which he's not able to get, apparently. How am I supposed to do that too? When do I get to heal? It almost feels like having a chronic illness sometimes can feel like a full-time job. But I'm doing good. And it's been a constant navigating of, how do I feel right now? What do I need right now? Always narrowing down what is actually important and letting things go. Because life is forcing me to. Like, I can't juggle everything anymore. I don't even have kids. I was only working 1 day a week, and that was apparently, making me have to rest for a few days after working one shift. I mean, I just didn't know what else to do. And I didn't want to leave because I care about my coworkers and I care about the customers, and there's so many things I really enjoy about working customer service. The rest of the week I withdraw into my shell. And I'm perfectly fine. So yeah, I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if after all of this settles down and my health gets better, if I'm going to focus on content creation as my job, or if I'm going to, pursue something else, or if I'm going to pursue the crochet business so that I can see how I can develop. I'd like to learn how to, for us neurodivergent folks who don't fit into a traditional workplace, can we develop streams of income that is flexible and supportive enough for us that if we have burnout weeks, we aren't going to get fired. Like, I know of two options. I know of neurotypical environments, and I know about being your own boss and being an entrepreneur. But what if you don't want to do either? The typical things that have been suggested to me are not necessarily things that I'm passionate about. So that will be interesting. But yeah, wish me luck. Today I'm going to learn about AI, and I hope you guys are doing well. And I'm sorry if this is dark, and it is gorgeous out. If you have a chance, go do something kind for yourself. I'm sorry if I am still sick, and you guys have been amazing. Honestly, you've been here through, like, I don't want to say, like, be dramatic and say the darkest times of my life, but you've been here through this last year, the times where I feel like I'm in the least control of so much. I mean, honestly, I don't feel well enough to make myself look nice and presentable, and so I'm not like the happy, chipper person I used to be. It's like, I don't feel like putting on makeup and getting cleaned up because I just don't have the energy. But I'm not going to give up, and I'm going to keep going. And it's just a matter of navigating, like, where to next, what next. And all I can do is think of the step that's in front of me so I don't get completely overwhelmed. I'm going to go study about generative AI in the healthcare environment, and I will let you guys know about that. I love you guys. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. Do something kind for yourself. Give yourself grace if you're struggling. And if people don't understand and you feel isolated and alone, know you're not alone. There are a lot of us out there. And just knowing that helps me. And I hope that it can help you too. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you soon, and I'll update you guys as things get better. Talk to you soon.